Hi, today I'm going to tell you the history of Husker football and what it means to its fans today. Husker football is actually very important to its fans. All they want to do is be as dominant as they used to be in the 1990s. But along the way, the last couple of years, there's been a lot of ups and downs. First, they had the firing of Frank Solich because they didn't like where he's taking the program, even though he took us to a national championship game. Then there was the Bill Callahan era, who led us to a losing record and no bowl game, which hasn't happened in a long time. But now we have Bo Pelini, who I think is leading us into the right direction to be back on top where we used to be. But a couple of years ago, Husker football has made a huge change. We are now part of the Big Ten Conference and not the Big 12. I think this is a smart move because I think it'll help us with our success in the future. But Husker football didn't start until a man named Bob Devaney took over as head coach. Bob has won 2 championships in the 1970s and 1971. His records that he's coached, the years that he coached, his records are pretty good. And then after when he retired, another guy, Tom Osborne, took over. Tom is one of the greatest coaches ever to coach Husker football, or even college football for that matter. He's won 3 championships, 1994, 1995, and 1997. Bob and Devaney and Tom Osborne almost combined for half of the Husker total wins that they have in their history. So we have 2 great coaches, and then we also have 3 great Husker football players: Mike Rozier, Johnny Rodgers, and Eric Crouch. These guys have won the Heisman Trophy, which is an award for the best college football player for that year. Now, like I said before, Nebraska football used to be a complete powerhouse. Well, they do have almost one of the winningest programs in college football, and they have the most championships since 1970. Problems, though, that I've stated earlier are reasons that the Huskers aren't back on top, and we are hoping to get back on track like we used to be. Another thing the Huskers are good at is producing good NFL players. Last couple of years, we have Prince Amukamara, Ndamukong Suh, Levante David, drafted all in the first round, and then we have Dominic Raiola and Will Shields. They've had huge contributions to the teams in their careers. Another thing that Husker football has is, if you haven't watched college football, if you've watched college football, you may have heard that the Huskers do have the best fans in the country. Well, they're probably right, because we have 321 consecutive sellouts and counting. This is why, and it all started in 1962, and, well, like the things I just said, you have probably concluded that we have probably one of the best college football programs in the history of college football. Well, the fans are getting anxious to get back on top, and with Bo Pelini as head coach and the way he's taking things and the direction we're heading, I think the Husker fans have a good future to look forward to.